Hello, everyone. Happy Earth Day to all in the world. My name is Richard Campbell, and I am the inventor and founder of Geological Agriculture, the study of growing plants and rocks without the use of soil and fertilizer. Surprise, the rocks of the earth do a little more than we thought. And so we have our team on from around the world to talk about a little bit about what they're doing with geological agriculture wherever they may be. We've been looking at the rocks and re-examining rocks now for over 25 years and uncovering the fact that rocks are defined, and in the proper configuration and with the proper amount of moisture and water, you're able to what we call go through a geonutrient release, or where we leach minerals out of the mineral rock and making it capable to support plant life on your own, at home, outdoors, or indoors. So we have a book out called Riverstones Grow Plants, which shows our 25 plus year history of growing plants and rocks. And now I'm going to turn it over to our GeoAg specialists and faculty researchers and volunteer folks from around the world. And they're going to talk about a little bit about who they are, what they're doing with geological agriculture research and activities, and bring greetings to you on this very awesome Earth Day 2021. Now I will present to you from Bronx Community College, Professor Charmaine Alliong.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Charmaine Alliong, and I'm a professor of nutrition and public health at Bronx Community College. And just so fortunate to have encountered Richard Campbell at the beginning, in January 10th of last year. And since then, we have been experimenting with growing these plants in rocks with my students. But during the pandemic in March, when we had to leave, we took the growing to our homes. And as you can see here, I have continued growing the beans, wheatgrass, sunflower seeds, enough to feed my family. But even more important than that, we are writing a grant, $1 million grant with the USDA to do further research on the phytonutrient content of these powerful greens. And what we have found in our research that these microgreens and shoots actually have about 8 or 10 times more nutrient density than the full-grown mature plant. So we are presently engaging in writing a grant to get funded to do further research on it. I would like to introduce a student of mine, Eric Cruz, and I'd like to hear what he would have to say about this.
Good afternoon. I know everybody can hear me clearly. I'm Eric Cruz. I'm a student at BCC. Right now I'm studying dietetics. I do plan to be a nurse one day, so hopefully that works out. I'm pretty excited about this. I think my experience so far with the grow cups, being part of the garden club at Bronx Community College, is kind of reshaping the way I eat. So today I got to, for the second time, eat some of my sprouts from lentils. So I would like to see what I can do on a larger scale. Hopefully, eventually grow in soil. That'd be really nice.
Thank you, Mr. Cruz, for those wonderful words on Earth Day. I think we have another student of yours, Professor Charmaine. Or is that it? Okay, great.
I don't see it.
And also from Bronx Community College, we have Geology Professor Paramita San.
Good afternoon, everybody. Actually, I was waiting for Dr. Philip because he has all the beautiful pictures that we tweeted while the students were growing. Now, I represent, like Professor Sherman Along, BCC Bronx Community College, one of CUNY's 23 campuses. Most of our students come from Bronx, Brooklyn areas, and it was one of the projects in the honors class. I can see my student Karen Vargas sitting with her plant. You can see how healthy it has grown. So the project, because of COVID, we cannot do it in class. So it was the students were asked to take their supplies from the gate, and Mr. Campbell came in a Zoom meeting in the class, and he gave all directions how to start the kit. And no wonder from the week after, I've been getting a lot of text messages with the picture, Professor Sen, my plant is growing. So this is a wonderful project, I will say, to teach climate change, because I belong to chemistry, earth science, and environmental science department, and Dr. Philip, our chairperson, is also here. And how to show them how oxygen supplied in the room through the process of photosynthesis. It's a hand-on experiment, I will say that. And also, a, a healthy growing habits, which I think Professor Elong will support me on this, and we can work together with that. So I will pass on to Karen Vargas, one of my students. She's eagerly waiting to present. And then I have another student, Maxiora. She will also present about her, the journey, how they experience the growth of these plants. Karen?
And then wait, before you go, Karen, after those two students, we'll bring back Dr. Neil Phillip, who is on,
Absolutely.
followed by
Okay,
Dr. Judy Wiley from Einstein College of Medicine, followed by Dr. Carolyn Boykins from Tennessee State University. Okay, Karen, if you could go ahead and share your experience while we regain Dr. Phillip. Go ahead, Karen.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. This is my beautiful plant, and I'm in sound class. I'm from the Bronx. I'm in Bronx Community College, and I got 3 weeks or 2 weeks with the plants. They got some flowers, and we learn how to rub in rocks, as you can see over here. Um, and yeah, that's it. That is pretty beautiful now.
Thank you, Karen. And Dr. Phillip?
Can you hear me, Richard?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, I can share the screen. So I can just talk. Thank you for having me on. I just want to reiterate that this is a good opportunity for our students. And during the pandemic, students get very frustrated during the pandemic, rightfully so. And so this was a great opportunity, and it involved a lot of collaborations between. It went from all the way from the provost office, who gave the permission to come on campus and for the students to pick up the kits, the grow kits. Primary San, VP Ellis, the head of campus security. So this is a great collaboration. I think the campus security director, Lieutenant Saul Fogata, he also got a grow kit himself, and he was able to put it in the security office and grow rocks himself. So it was a great opportunity. And again, we shared this on Twitter with the social media community, and it was well received and well retweeted and well liked. So again, good opportunity for our students during a very tough time during the pandemic, to give them some opportunities to release and to make some contributions in a very meaningful way. So thank you, Richard, and for all the contributions. Thank you, Professor Sen, for all the pushing. She pushed the campus people, push the VPs. It was a great effort and a lot of pushing, but for worthwhile cause. So thank you, and Professor Al Young as well. Thank you for all the efforts as well at BCC.
And then I think Professor Dr. Phillips, I think you were provided controls to see if you want to share. If you have something to share, I think Mr. Bobbitt did a forward control. See if you could pull something up. And then I think there's a couple more BCC students that we want to hear from. Okay, wait, are we able to pull? Okay, let's see what Dr. Okay, there we go.
You can see the screen?
Yes.
That's a Twitter. That's a Twitter. You can see the Twitter feed, and these are again all the plants that students grew, and all the collaborations again between the
we
different
saw the screen. Okay, there we go.
different entities in campus. So it was a nice video. Retweeted 6 times, retweeted, like 5 times. So it was received by many people, seen by many people in the social media world. So great opportunity. Great. You can see this. This is one of the plants. You can see this, Ramiro?
Oh, okay. There we go.
Yes, we can see it. Yes.
Yeah. So these are plans from the students. I'm just a messenger here, and the students did all the nice work, showing the beans and everything else. And this could be, I mentioned the parameter. She talked about being a seed bank. If you want to have a seed bank, this could be a good right parameter. You talked about being a seed bank for students to grow their crops, for example,
Yes,
when it
actually,
gets warm in the summertime.
Dr. Philip, with Dr. Philip's advice, I have saved my beans, which are dried up, in a Ziploc bag. So that's a good opportunity, also teaching opportunity to teach them seed bank, because this is one of our course material in environmental science also. So it was a good experience. I think we have more students who can share their experience with us. But thanks a lot to Dr. Philip for making this happen in the campus during the time of pandemic.
Thank you,
Okay,
Dr.
that's
Phillip.
pretty much. No
Thank you.
worries. I'm gonna leave and come back. Okay, I'm gonna leave and come back on. Okay.
All right, thank you, Dr. Phillip. We'll now turn it to our 2 Bronx Community College students that are on. The other 2, we have 2 more, I believe. Miss Tiffany, you want to
Hi.
bring greetings on Earth Day and tell us who you are, where you're calling from?
Okay, hi. I'm trying to flip my camera so you can see my plant. How do I do this now? Okay, I'm not able to, but I'm gonna try to turn it a little bit so you can
Yes, we
see
can
it.
see.
Okay, so my name is Tiffany. I live in the Bronx. I attend Bronx Community College, where I'm in Professor San's Earth Science class. The project was we tried to see if we could grow seeds from rocks. It was very exciting. My son loved it, and then my cousin, it grew on my cousin also because she would leave her house just to come over to see if I wanted water the plants. It was very exciting. I call it my little baby. I have it for a little while. You could see that these are very healthy leaves, but the others are like, I don't know, they're dying. I think the lifespan is not so long, but the experiment overall was very exciting, and I had fun with it actually. It also provides good oxygen and everything. My son learned a lot from it. I would definitely do it again. It was very exciting and I love it.
Excellent. Thank you, Miss Tiffany, for involving the whole family.
Yes, they love it.
And now we'll hear from Bronx Community College students, Miss Maxiora.
Hi, my name is Maciora. I'm part of Paramit environmental class, and I was part of the project. I love the project because I didn't know if my plant could grow in my house because it didn't have sun in it, and I didn't know. So it was a challenge for me because at the beginning I didn't know how to grow the plants, but they teach how to do it. Thanks to Mr. Campbell to provide us with the materials to do it. I love it. Each time that I see my plant growing, I'm more excited. And I talk to everybody about this plant, to my friend, and they say, you are going crazy about this. Because I'm excited. I have never grown a plant before, but this plant was successful, and this is my plant.
Very good plan, especially there in the Bronx, indoors. You gotta love it. Thank you, Miss Maxiora. And now we're going to turn it over to Dr. Judy Wiley, followed by Dr. Carolyn Boykin, followed by Mr. Juman Namdi. Dr. Judy.
I'd like to start by thanking the Better Business Bureau of Atlanta for celebrating Earth Day. And I also want to thank Bronx Community College for initiating the effort with Richard in the Bronx, and particularly Dr. Jermaine Along, who I actually have worked with for many years, off and on, from the work that we did with adolescents at the door. And I then tried to engage Bronx Community College in helping high school students find aspirations for future education. And the GeoAg opportunity is a nice extension of that. Our medical students like to do things that engage them in the community. And so we basically have created a program of service-based learning. And in that program, the medical students have created an outdoor garden. But for 8 months of the year, the outdoor garden is not very active. And I think that GeoAg gives an opportunity for the students to get engaged and to be involved in the community. So again, I want to thank for the opportunity, and we're working on a proposal that's due in May for trying to create a larger program.
Thank you, Dr. Wiley, Einstein College of Medicine. And then before we leave New York, before we get to Dr. Carolyn Boykins, we have one more New Yorker on the line that we want to just bring a few words before we leave the great city, Mr. John Reddick.
Hi, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here for Earth Day. One of the things, I'm from Harlem Link Charter School, the founding board member, and we're going to be doing some of this in our garden as soon as we get back on site, working with the GeoAg, and it's so great to see students being able to do this in their house. I have 410 students and an outdoor space that I'm going to be working with the students, so we're going to set aside a rock bed for just those rocks to grow our vegetables. And keep up the good work. Thank you so much. And I have to go to class right now. I'm sorry, but it was a pleasure seeing all of you.
Thank you, Mr. Reddick. New York is in the Rock House here on Earth Day 2021. Now let's take it over to another part of the country, Tennessee. Over at Tennessee State University, we introduce Dr. Carolyn Boykins-Winrow.
Oh, good afternoon, everyone. So wonderful to be here. I am bringing...
Your camera's not on, just to let you know. I don't know if that's intentional.
It is not.
Okay, there you go.
It was showing me that I was on, but I guess I wasn't quite there. So greetings from Tennessee State University here in Nashville, Tennessee. And I thank the Better Business Bureau of Atlanta for having us. I am here and I'm speaking about some of the applications of GeoAg. And so here at Tennessee State, we're actually feeding these GeoAg grown products to animals. So I am an animal scientist, and I am very much interested in the nutrition that GeoAg can provide for our animals. So currently, we are using goats and chickens as our species. And the reason we've chosen especially goats is there is a problem where they have parasites they can pick up from soil. So with the ability to grow their feed in rocks, we can negate something that is a significant problem for goats. So currently, we're in the stages of designing some special feeders for our animals. So really an exciting period here. And also, we have another application that we're interested in, which is actually having some of these greens and this feed grown for wildlife. So that's another one of our applications that we're looking at. So extremely excited to be using GeoAg, and again, utilizing those applications of GeoAg for some of our animals, and also a little bit down the road for some wildlife. So here on Earth Day, I would like to remind all of us that it is our duty that we leave the earth in a better position than we found it. And GeoAg has that potential to do that for us. So thank you very much. Lots of exciting things coming out of Tennessee State University. And that's what I have to offer. Thank you.
And I'd like to note that Tennessee State is the founding university collaborator with GeoAg since 2014. So extra kudos for the faculty and staff at Tennessee State for sticking with the rocks all these years. Now we're going to thank you thank you, Dr. Boykins, and all that you do with looking out for the animals. Absolutely. That is our livestock. That's the meat we eat. So remember, Animals don't eat meat, they eat vegetables, they eat plants, so eat most of them. So at least the ones we consume as humans. Okay, so now let's take it over to Miami. Our art connoisseur down there, Mr. Jumana Nnamdi.
Hello, how you all doing? My name is Jumani Nnamdi. I'm the director, owner of Nnamdi Contemporary Fine Art. You know, it's been a pleasure working with Richard. He is a brilliant guy, a fun guy, an amazing guy. So he brought the rocks to Miami. So matter of fact, at my gallery, we'll be having an event on the 24th that is going to celebrate the agriculture and celebrate those rocks that I'll show you. We're going to celebrate the art that's in the gallery and music. So a nice social distance type of thing outside. And I'll show you a little bit of what we're working with. All right. Okay. Well, this is the gallery here. That was quick, but you got it. And then we go outside and we're just growing everything everywhere. So we got a little cilantro here. You know, we just take that every once in a while and drop it in like one of our wine and things like that. And we have, don't worry about, I'm trying to bring this back to life. It was a gift, so that's not one of his plans, okay? And here we got green beans. The tomatoes are starting. We just started planting these things a week ago. Okay, so you have lettuce, cucumber, squash, there's the pumpkin, onions. Then outside here, along our mural, we started planting, we have peas. So this is our swag together. This is our geo swag. All right, swagger culture.
Love it.
That's our cat. She likes the way the parsley smells. And wheatgrass.
So it looks like, okay, as he walks away from the studio, looks like he loses the Wi-Fi a little bit.
Corn. So I'll go back closer to the gallery for the Wi-Fi. But the whole thing is, it's hot out here. The whole thing is, you know, I really appreciate it. Matter of fact, my cousins is in his class in Tuskegee. She had no idea I knew him. I had no idea she was taking the class, of course. And it's such an amazing idea and experience that we found out because she's bragging to her mom and her mom's telling my sister. My sister's like, yo, that's the guy you told me about. So it is that kind of thing where the whole family really gets involved because you actually see it growing. You see the effects happening right in front of you. And on top of that, you can do it yourself, how people are doing it in their homes in New York. You can really grow some peas in your home or grow a flower, whatever you want to do, you can see it start from scratch. So it's been an honor to be a part of this community and watching you all on Zoom. I'm like, wow, this really is a community. And Rob, Richard, really, you got something going on here, buddy. I'm proud of you. And thanks for having us involved at Nnamdi Contemporary. We got Miami on the rocks. Okay.
Yes, we love that. Miami on the rocks.
There it is.
So,
there it is.
Why, thank you, Mr. Nnamdi. We invite everyone to come down to Miami for our Earth Day celebration next Saturday. It ends our Earth Day week. This is the 24th of April. You can come on down to Nnamdi. It's on 2nd and Little Haiti. So that exhibit will be up growing for quite some time. And so we invite everyone down. Now I'm going to introduce.
It looks absolutely beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Doesn't that gallery?
Very nice.
Thank you.
And we selected, we got rock from, or we secured rock from the different nurseries around Miami. And so that each nursery has their name listed next to a rock. So when the consumers come and the people, they know where to go. We want to make sure we do the economic driving in a community for those retailers who sell rock. So, and before we move on, I'd like to introduce my mother. She's been a part of the GeoAg team since inception. For those who have the book, it was the two of us who went to my Uncle Logan's place in Nashville to get this started long ago. So we just want to have Mom say happy Earth Day to everybody.
Happy Earth Day to all of you. You got a wonderful day.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's real sunny here in
It's
DC.
my birthday. So,
Yeah.
It's your birthday?
hey, nothing like talking about nature and the earth on your birthday. Can't beat that, right?
Happy birthday. Look, everybody. Jemima, happy birthday. All right. Today, Earth Day is your birthday.
I want to talk about the earth. You know what I mean? I want to talk about the earth for my birthday. That's what I'm doing.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So we like that. Okay, so thank you.
I will just interrupt you for 1 minute.
Go
I
ahead.
see some of my students are here also. Oris, Lucero. Any one of you, if we are missing, you want to present?
Miss Lucero, thank you, Jemima. We're going to go back to the Bronx for a little bit up top. And so, Miss Lucero, are you available to bring greetings?
Is that my friend, Lucero?
No, this is a student from Bronx Community College.
Yeah, anybody
Okay,
else?
the artist Lucero
Okay.
in the Bronx.
Okay,
Cool.
fine.
Miss Lucero, as we wait for
I am
Miss.
here.
Oh, you are there. Oh, Mr. Lucero. Okay.
No, this is not Lucero. This is Luis.
Louis. Oh, Louis, how are you? Are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm also one of the students of Professor
Okay,
Sen.
Louis. Yes, Louis is my student. Yes.
Do you want to show your screen, Louis?
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, let me. Can you all see me?
Yes,
Yes.
of course. Yes.
Yeah, I have to admit that when Professor Sen bring the project in the class, I was really excited. I wanted to see how it's gonna happen because I never heard that, and I was excited. I was one of the first to grab my kids from the school, and we received the videos. We received the videos where you, Risha and Professor Sen show us how to do the assemblies and everything. And I did it before she gave us the permission to do it. And my plants started growing very fast and very nice. I had very beautiful picture, but unfortunately my dog threw my plant away. And I mean, I didn't want to resume doing it, but I kept the thing to see how the experience will go so far. So this is my plant, for example.
You got it.
So yeah,
We've got green.
I just wanted to keep it and see how far we'll go, and to understand all the thing hiding behind the experience. So this is one of the amazing things I learned from this class, and I really thank you, Professor Sen and Professor Risha. I really thank you for that experience sharing with us.
Well, thank you, Mr. Lewis. I love how you rocking in your chair. we all feeling the rock together. Thank you for that.
All right.
All right. Now we're going to take it over to when we get these students out, make sure we got our students before we take it to Terry Ham in Maine and Miss Rosemary in England. So before we go to Maine and England, let's just make sure. Lucero, okay. Oris, Alfonso, awesome. And Simone, okay. We see Oris gave some information in the chat. And so while Oris and Lucero and Simone, it looks like Simone's almost there, get it together. While we prepare for them, we'll take it over up to Maine to our very own Miss Terry Ham up in Maine. Go bring greetings on Earth Day, Miss Terry.
Hello, everybody.
As he said, I'm Terry Ham, and I'm up in the Northeast US in Maine. And I have some lettuce growing. This is my third batch of lettuce.
Third batch in Maine. We
Yeah.
like that. Happy
Well,
Earth
we're
Day,
going to be
everybody.
getting snow tomorrow.
Snow. Wow. That's early.
Snow tomorrow. And I have some tomatoes.
Okay,
Have
I
some
see there.
smaller ones coming here.
Okay.
The roses did not like being on the windowsill,
Ah,
so they are recuperating in another spot.
excellent, excellent, excellent. Well, thank you, Miss Terry from Maine, showing off your third batch of lettuce before the next snow day, no doubt. So that's what we like. When it's snowing in Maine on the rocks, you can still grow. Happy Earth Day, everybody. Now we're going to take it to, that's a big Earth Day news, don't you think, to grow during the snow lettuce? I mean, come on.
And it was
All right.
my birthday yesterday.
Oh, a double birthday period for Team GeoAg. Happy birthday and Earth Day. Happy birthday and Earth Day. All right. Now we're going to go across the pond all the way to the UK and hear from Miss Rosemary Clements.
Hi guys, greetings everyone. Happy Earth Day to you all. I'm Rosemary Clements from the UK, London. Got introduced to GeoAg through Quailon about August last year, and actually started off with some coriander seeds from the kitchen cupboard. And since then I've grown quite a few little things at the moment. This is my, if you can see that's mustard seeds. These were also seeds from out of the kitchen cupboard. Okay, then my mustard.
Seeds from the kitchen cupboard. Got that? Happy Earth Day, everybody.
Okay. If you can see these, I've just started my tomatoes. There's a few in there. Got quite a few things going on actually. One's rocket. These are both rockets. If you can see them.
Oh, yes.
They're just these are all, yeah. And I've got some dill, parsley, and I've got the ginger upstairs. The container's too heavy for me to bring it down with all the rocks in. And I've also just got some, I don't know if you can see these, my onions are just sprouting up as well. But there's, oh, actually, I also got, sorry, a few things. Fish chard. You see those? Roots in there, they're just starting to come up. And
We
just
love
more
the variety.
And last but not least, my granddaughter knocked this over. It's a courgette, so I've had to strengthen it back up because she attacked it. She's trying to eat it. But yeah, so I've got, yeah, just a few more things left. Yeah. And what else is there? Yeah, a few things I don't know what they're actually called, but I threw some seeds in to see what comes out. But yeah, that's me for now, and more coriander on the go.
Well, thank you from the UK. You know, it's a lot of variety, so much she's got growing upstairs, downstairs. It's stuff everywhere, all types of stuff. Now let's do a quiz. How many items is Rosemary growing on rocks in the UK? And so that's just what we really like that. And that's what it's all about on this Earth Day 2020, really sharing with everyone that the rocks of the earth do a little bit more than we know. And so we're going to just hear some more from other people to get some more greetings in. Let's see. We do see a Lucero. Oh, you know what? We see an Angelia Dickinson from Alabama. We do see her on the line. Let's see if we can get some video on Miss Angelia.
Hello, everyone. Happy Earth Day.
Hey, Miss Angelia, welcome. And we don't see you on video now, although we saw you before. Do you want to be on
You don't see
video?
me? I thought I was
Not
sharing
right.
it.
Yeah, we saw you a little while ago.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Can you see me now?
Yes.
Okay. So, hello everyone. Happy Earth Day. I am from Mobile, Alabama. I actually just moved, so I don't have anything. I just started regrowing some stuff yesterday. But I've grown, I replanted bell pepper seeds. I've done flax seeds, sunflower sprouts, um, kidney beans. So I was introduced to GeoAg from Dr. Oates at TSU, and I love it. Absolutely amazing. So thank you, Mr. Campbell.
All right, and Miss Dickinson's also part of our Tuskegee team, where we teach part of a plant science lab at Tuskegee University. And
Yes.
so I think that we've got greetings from everyone who's able to provide them. I think Miss De Lucero or Simone, um, are you able to join? If not, I'll speak a little bit about geological agriculture and what I'm growing right here. And this is just a little, this is an iris bulb, a Dutch iris. And so this is what we have. This is a couple weeks old. And these are when we just want to be sleek and a little more artistic with our growing. This is what we like to grow. GeoAg can do bulbs pretty well. And thank you to all who have joined us today. Was able to speak. We know you have class, and so we will continue to share this video. Thank you, Professor Alliong, Professor Charmaine, Dr. Wiley, Dr. Boykins, our guests from the United Kingdom and Maine and Alabama, and the Bronx Community College students. But it's time to really just share a little bit about geological agriculture. You know, we started it 25 years ago by accident. An accidental watermelon seed fell in some rocks and out popped a watermelon, and we've been tinkering ever since. And that was back in 1994. So for the past 25, well, no, a little bit more than that now, almost 23 years, 22 years, we have been observing the process of plants growing in rocks. And earlier we mentioned the book that we developed called Riverstones Grow Plants. This is the book that we teach from. It's a lot of pictures, and we have test results, but you're really able to learn and see how to use the plants wherever you are, how to use the rocks wherever you are to cultivate vegetation for you. Um, it's kind of interesting that this was somewhat overlooked in our time, but the basics of it all is that the definition of a rock is a collection of one or more minerals. And when we say it now, it's like an aha moment because it's those same minerals that we need for our bodies and for plants and for animal life. The very same nitrogen and potassium and calcium and magnesium. And if we go back into the books, when you look at geology, that's the study of rock. Um, the geologists looked at rock dry, looked at rock in isolation by itself. And from that, we did learn a lot about the composition of a rock, age, its location, its formation. Um, and we did define it properly as a collection of minerals, but we kind of stopped there in terms of saying which minerals, how can we use those minerals? Is there anything we can do with them? And what intensity release are they available, if at all? We know it's a mineral, a collection of minerals. So it's really about figuring out which minerals. And it was that accidental watermelon seed which led us down the road to figuring out which minerals. And when you add the rock, and now you know the answer. You add rock by itself. When you have rock by itself, it's just by itself. You have water by itself. It's very important. Both of these elements by themselves are important in and of themselves. But when they're together, when you have the rock and the water in the proper configuration, you have nutrient release. Which nutrients? The good ones. The nitrogen, like I said previously. Potassium, potassium. Phosphorus on occasion. Magnesium and calcium, typically. Occasionally you'll get copper and iron and fluoride and chloride and silica out of the union of the rock and the water. And so that's what we were able to define in our research. And because of that accidental discovery is why we work with so many universities. Right now, there are over 24 universities around the world re-examining rock with us. And not just rock, but when you add that rock and that water and ice together and you put a seed there, well, then now you have a plant. And now that we are breaking through the barrier of being able to reproduce plants from rock, well, now we can look at a lot of different plants. Everything from our microgreens and sprouts, which grow quickly, which in some form people call them superfoods because of the nutritional value. In other scientific worlds, they call them functional foods because they function to serve a process in your body. So, you know, plants are plants, and according to with the rock, there's the rock, there's the water, and there's the seed. So, which seed is consequential but somewhat inconsequential? Yes, we in science know that you have a variety of seed rates, like grass grows at one rate, a tree grows at another. Both began from seed. And where does that all tie with the rock? Well, the rock is a rock. It's called a mineral. The water is the water. We call it the universal solvent. When together, you have the geonutrient release or leaching, and with the proper biological agent or seed, the seed will have a reaction to the availability of the minerals. Now, what that reaction is, well, let's see. In our research, we found that reaction to be favorable to produce a plant into its full maturity and life cycle. Even today outside, we have trees growing. We have grapes that came back from last year. Blueberry bush that came back from last year, as well as oak trees who fell from our oak tree. A little spore fell into some rocks, and now we have a little oak tree germinating outside with a great taproot. So it's a lot ahead of us as a species now that we've figured out how to recreate life from rock and water, and we add a seed. And we are also thankful that the earth is capable to do it this way. You know, for all our history, we have pretty much relied on soil. However, soil's having a hard time. So we technically have to call soil's older brother, the rock. Much older, much stronger. Guess what's the definition of soil? Crushed rock and humus. Now, humus is decayed leaf and decomposed organic matter. And even with GeoAg, when the roots in here decompose and when they die, when the rocks get dry, the rock that's a mineral when moist or wet that releases nutrients absorbs and kills when dry and takes the organic matter or roots through something called carbon reduction. And what happens is when the plants die in that system and reduce and they break up and die, what we call auto composting, turns back into soil. So rock is in many, many respects, soil's bigger, older, better brother who is here now. We figured it out. And we have our faculty members all over the world who are helping us re-examine the rocks in their area. Because the rock intensity of mineral release for nutrients where you may be in Atlanta or Miami or where I am in Maryland or where our friends across the pond are in the United Kingdom are all different. So the nutrient release rates of potassium and nitrogen, we have to study the rock again, and we have to pair it with the seed. You see, the folks on the line today shared a lot of different seeds, a lot of different types. But what's the best rock on the planet for that seed? That's going to take all of us a heavy lift. And so we invite all faculty researchers to join a part of GeoAg research team. We are offering classes on Saturdays, private lesson at noon. You can go to Eventbrite and we'll kick that off. We do them now, but we're resetting for May. So beginning the first Saturday in May, running all the way through August, we will be hosting private lesson. You go to Eventbrite to learn more about participating in those sessions. We invite all faculty members, all governments, all city governments, municipal government, foreign governments. Let's re-examine your rocks together. We have dozens of faculty researchers. Dr. Wiley on the line, she's looking at GeoAg for potential in the diabetes world. We have Dr. Boykins on the line. She's looking at GeoAg for goats and cows. And then we have Eric Cruz team from Bronx Community College looking at supporting the food deserts there in the Bronx. So we're covering a wide variety of human need. And there's a lot of plants that our species need, and the rocks are available. So on this Earth Day, we want to bring greetings from the rock, from the rocks of the earth around you, AKA minerals. That's your new friend. We're going to learn about that. We want you to go to our website, to soilless.com. That's TOSOILLESS. We are using soil less to soil less. We're giving soil a break. Soil has led our species for a long time, and now it's a little weak, requiring a little too much fertilizers in order to sustain us and the planet. So we want all of you to join us and our research team, any of our universities. Google us, Geological Agriculture, go to our website, or inquire at any of our schools like Bronx Community College, Einstein College of Medicine, Tennessee State University, Morgan State University, Fort Valley State University there in Georgia are some of the schools that Team GeoAg that supports the review and re-examination of the rock to better advance the human experience. So in closing, we like to say everybody for Earth Day. Surprise! Something good is in store for all of us. The end is not 30 years from now. Although the soil supply may be used up, there are other options. And no, it doesn't require us going to Mars. Guess what they have on Mars? They have rocks on Mars. The rocks of this planet, the planets are cousins. The asteroid belts, we're all kind of made of rock. Can the rocks over in those parts of the universe and galaxy feed us? We don't know. But we do know that we can now investigate to see. And so we do hope to work with NASA and the other federal agencies and make sure that, one, let's figure out the rocks of our solar system. Let's figure out the rocks of the Earth. And let's see if we can go deep space travel, because there are rocks elsewhere that can feed us. And so we again invite all your faculty, researchers, municipalities, and governments to inquire about geological agriculture. Join our team. We're in about 15 African countries with representatives, a few in China, a couple in the Caribbean, but mainly here in the United States. So for this Earth Day, we'd like to say, welcome to Geological Agriculture. 2021 and beyond is bright. We have opportunities. Sustainability is on the horizon, and we can get there. My name is Richard Campbell. I'm the founder of Geological Agriculture, and our team from all over the world, we greet you and we say thank you to those who watch. And again, happy Earth Day. Oh wait, we have one surprise final guest from Miami to help us. I'm ending now, guys. I'll give another ending once we just check on Miami and our other students. But we have our Brian Goldberg. He's representing our Miami team. You heard from Jamani and Namdi from the art gallery earlier. And so Brian is part of that Miami team. And so Brian, if you can just bring us greetings. He also has a nice plant, hopefully, to show as well. So Mr. Goldberg, quick greetings if you don't mind. Oh, you're on mute, sir. Still on mute.
Sorry about that, guys. How are you? Brian, as Rich mentioned, I look forward to working with everybody, moving forward in the very near future. Some of the different areas that we're trying to tackle down here in Miami is actually working with the city to develop a botanical rock garden. That way we can display it, amongst any tourists that want to come into town. We can educate individuals on this project itself. We're looking to get, different kits into the grade schools to be able to teach, the younger generations actually how to grow with GeoAg, as far as being able to, not just, grow plants from rocks, but eventually take it to fruits, vegetables, and be able to teach individuals how they can feed themselves. And yes, I actually do have a plant that Rich made for me about a week ago, actually. It's 2 different types of beans. And the most incredible thing I got to say is that it literally has been growing under a light in my house, which I will show you right now.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the bean plant, and I got to tell you, this thing like 3 days ago was maybe half this size, if that. I haven't put it outside one time. I've literally only had to water this maybe twice. Just I'm talking like a little drop just to fill up this bottom tray. Not even actually on top of the rocks specifically. But yeah, it's the process. The process works, and it works better than anything I've actually ever seen before. And I can't imagine what this would actually do if I were to put it outside. So just wanted to share that with you guys. But again, I look forward to meeting every one of you and working with you. And that's about it. Rich, I'll let you take it over.
Thank you, Brian. And listen to what he said. So much growth. He's almost scared to take it outside because what, it's going to go 2 feet or 3 feet all of a sudden? I mean, that's basically what he's saying. It's like it's too much growth at this point.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but no, go ahead and give him some good sunlight. Go ahead, give that plant, do him a favor.
I will, absolutely.
Yeah, but
also,
you're gonna have to. Yeah.
No fertilizers are involved in this. No, extra chemicals. It was absolutely, literally just the rocks that Rich brought over and a couple seeds, and that was it. Popped up overnight.
Happy Earth Day, everybody. Welcome to Geological Agriculture. So now let's check. Thank you, Brian, from bringing greetings from Miami. And look, guys, we're all over. We're everywhere. We're all over the country. I mean, West Coast wasn't able to show up today like we like, but I think the East Coast and where we are in England is good. Earth Day representation. That join us. We would love to have all humans should know how to use the rock around you. That's our basic premise. Should a human know how to use a rock to produce nutrients for food? And since it's possible, we think you should know it. And so now we have a few more students who hasn't said anything that we just want to make sure we have an opportunity to speak. Great World, Better Business Bureau of Atlanta. You guys really honored the rocks and this team and this research and the collection of things that you've seen. You see in little hamlets and apartments and places all over the world, in people's homes, not in big fields. We're talking agriculture, not on a farm, where we've made our own home a farm. You've heard from Rosemarie. She's got garlic upstairs. She's got coriander downstairs. She's got spices and things. It's growing all over. You heard in Maine, 3rd batch, and it's about to snow. That's the type of nutritional access that we want all to have. Our colleagues over at the United States Department of Agriculture recently asked us to clean up our name some because we should streamline it. And they said the name for Professor Alliong's research should be GeoAg Nutrition Security. And so we are nutrition security people at GeoAg. We make sure that your food has the nutrition needs to help your body, help minimize the effects of malnutrition, minimize the effects of hunger and starvation. And so we stand with the USDA NIFA, that's National Institute of Food and Agriculture, when they say GeoAg Nutrition Security. So we leave you that here on this Earth Day presentation with Team Geological Agriculture and the Better Business Bureau of Atlanta, that GeoAg Nutrition Security. That's the moniker of the year that we will pursue and seek as we help bring GeoAg nutrition, not just to ourselves as humans, but also to the livestock animals that, grow the food we love too. My name is Richard Campbell. We say thank you to the Better Business Bureau of Atlanta, and we now turn it back over to our host, Mr. Quaylon Bobbitt.
Thank you so much, Mr. Campbell. And I just want to say that I've been introduced to GeoAg, but I feel like I've been reintroduced to GeoAg all over again, just looking at all the plants from Tennessee, Miami, England, Alabama. It's just absolutely amazing. New York, it's really worldwide. And I'm super glad that I got to meet you over at Morehouse College, where I didn't believe you. I was like, there's no way you can know these things. I sat there with you for what, like 10, 15 minutes arguing with you, and you literally wrote the book on it.
Glad I wasn't the only one at first.
Yeah.
Rich proved it as well.
Yeah, exactly. So it was pretty amazing. I was over there walking around campus growing green beans. I was so excited once it started growing. I'm like, I really got played. It's just a bunch of rocks in this cup. And that's the thing that I thought was really amazing. That we just use, cups that we just finished drinking out of. Here's the cup, here's a bowl, got the rocks, got the sand, put it in there. And I'm like, a week later, I see things sprouting. By 2 weeks and 3 weeks, I'm walking around campus showing off my plants. People want to name them because they haven't seen green beans being grown. I just absolutely loved it. I'm glad to see that, it's worldwide, and I'm really glad that the Better Business Bureau of Metro Atlanta, Athens, and Northeast Georgia gave you all this platform to speak and share, and I look forward to the rest of the world learning how to grow with rocks.
All right, thank you. And Better Business Bureau, we appreciate you. We're here for you.